Okay, got a question on TikTok stating that in their locality, they're at an 8.9% rent increase. I assuming under the Tenants Protection Act, 5% plus the change in CPI in that area would be 3.9%. Okay, and the question is, the tenant brought in two additional people. Can this landlord raise the rent $300 more or 16%? Is it if they sign it looks like an addendum, basically. Can they do that and not be in violation of the Tenants Protection Act? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord War on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, this landlord, there may be an exception to them, okay? It's a small exception under the Tenants Protection Act. So anytime if a tenant hasn't lived there for 12 or continuous months, if additional people are added to the lease within that time frame before the Tenants Protection Act kicks in, there's a special carve out. So in that case, all the tenants, including the ones added on, have to live there for 12 or more continuous months before the Tenants Protection Act applies, or the original tenant or occupants that are there, they have to live there for 24 months or more. So if this landlord is saying, okay, tenant, you brought in two people, I'm adding these two additional people in, basically the landlord gets the greater of 24 months. Someone has to live there for 24 months, or all adult tenants that are added to the lease basically have to be there for 12 or more continuous months. Okay. If that landlord meets that condition, then they're not subject to the Tenant Protection Act until those conditions are met. Okay. So it would really depend on, how long the existing tenant has been there and when did the new tenants get added on, because this landlord might fall into that carve out exception in the TPA at least. Okay. And this is assuming it's Tenants Protection Act. It's not in a local jurisdiction that regulates rental and eviction, have eviction control. Okay. So your mileage is going to vary. Okay. Landlords, if you're facing this situation where you're okay with adding on additional tenants, but you're not sure if you're going to be subject to the Tenants Protection Act or not, and you're in the Northern California area, please feel free to reach out. We might be able to help out. Put your comments, questions down below. Until next time, folks, I'll talk to you then. Thanks.